Yo, what's up, guys? It's Maya. I just made $1,200 in only 20 minutes, and I'm only 19 years old. No 9 to 5, no boss, just trading. Before you think it's some clickbait, I'm going to show you exactly how I did it, step by step. Let's get into it. So here's the deal. I woke up early, markets open, and I had my eyes on US 30, but I ended up taking my trade on NQ only because I seen a perfect setup for me to hop into. But before I get into the good stuff, I got to show you guys my strategy to show you how I was even able to make this possible today. Okay, first drawing up my strat. I identified a trend, key resistance. I set my Fib retracement tool. I set my Fib retracement tool based on if I'm buying or selling. And then I identify opening 15-minute high and low. I identify agent session high and low. I identify gaps price needs to fill. I wait for market to develop. Wait till market aligns with strat. If it doesn't, that's cool. Walk away. The next best thing to a win is not losing any money. So look for a clean setup. I sell high and I buy low. Best entry is at the top or bottom of a wick. So what I mean by align with strat is I wait for the market to fit into my strategy to look for a setup to potentially hop into a trade. Every morning I look for my trade around the same time, around the early hours of 10 o'clock. Once market starts to develop and I reach my 10:15 mark, I typically find a setup around that time, and that's usually when I'll hop in. Okay, now let's get into the trade. As you can see on the screen already, I'm in my trade on NQ that I took from this morning. That red candlestick that we getting movement from currently is our 10-hour candlestick. We are on the 1 hour time frame, and as you can see, I had my buy limit set to the very bottom of that wick because, like I said, buy low, sell high is the best entry. Now looking back at the 9-hour candlestick, you can't see it right now because my screen switched, but looking back at the 9-hour candlestick, now you can see price retraced through 50%, 38.2%, and 23.6% to the downside, then continued down until filled gap in price, which is that red line that I have drawn on the screen. You can see it where my buy limit is set to. Once it tapped that gap in price, once it filled that gap in price started to wick back up to the upside towards the 23.6% zone. Eventually, it hit my take profit. My take profit was set to that 23.6% zone. Originally, it set higher than that, but I ended up bringing it down based on market conditions as the trade went on. When I originally took the trade, I was risking $450 with a reward of, I think it was $2,800. But eventually, I brought my take profit down to the 23.6% zone, and my reward price was $1,290 with a risk of, I think I broke even with my stop loss, but then I brought it back down because market started to retrace. But I didn't bring it back down to more than what I was risking before or to the same amount. I brought it back down to, I think I was risking $330. And then market did go back up to the 23.6% zone, hit my take profit, stopped me out at, took me out at $1,290 profit on the day, W on the day. I executed my strat. I trusted my strat. I let it play out, and we hit. Now here's the thing. It looks flashy, but trading isn't always wins. There's risk. If you're not careful, you can lose just as fast. The key lesson here is have a plan, set your risk, and don't get greedy. I knew my entry, my exit, and I stuck to it. That's the difference between a win and a blown account. Look, I'm 19 years old. Most people my age are clocking in for 15 an hour. I made what some people make in a week in just 20 minutes. But I'm not saying that to flex. I'm saying it to show you what's possible if you just study and take this serious. If you want me to keep posting my trades, breakdowns, and wins and losses, make sure you hit that subscribe button and smash the like. Drop a comment if you want me to show live trading next time.